The Enlightened Show. Be inspired, be enlightened, motivated, and much more with your hosts, Diana and Cather.
Hi guys, welcome back to the Enlightenment Show. So today I want to have a discussion with you guys, and my discussion is concerning the roots of your problem. What is the root cause of your problem? I've been having this idea to discuss with you about this for a very long time, but I didn't know how to express this idea. I didn't know how to tell you so that you can capture the content, so that you can understand what I'm trying to say. But let me start from this angle. Most of you guys, or most people, normally end up in toxic relationship. You're not assertive with yourself. You don't have the audacity to say no or yes to anything that you don't want. You can't set boundaries. You're just living a life that is controlled by something, but you really don't know what's happening. Some of you are suffering from low self-esteem. You're in a relationship not because you know you like it, or this is where you deserve, or what is happening is what you deserve to be getting from such kind of a relationship, but you're still staying. And that's why I'm here for you guys. I'm here so that you can figure out these things, so that you can give me your feedback after this discussion. And one thing that I've learned about life, it's understanding where you're coming from, understanding your roots. That's the most important thing. And from this, I've been able to be assertive with myself, like to be real with myself. Like, I know, Diana, this is what you need in life, this is what you can get. Breaking up, if we are not yet married, or I've not settled with you yet, breaking up for me is like, if I don't deserve such kind of treatment, there's no more. This is when you understand what you want in life and who you are as a person and what's your vision in life. That's when you're going to reach in that point, or in such a position that you like eliminate anything that is not worth to you or has no value to you. And how do you know that you really have value if indeed you don't know who you are, if indeed you're not true to yourself? Some people know who they are, but they don't want to face the reality of, this is me and let me work on my weakness. Or even you don't know, you have no idea of some of the behaviors you adapted all the way from your childhood. So I want to start now from this other angle. I've used a lot of angle. Let's see how to discover yourself, who you are, and some of the behaviors you adapted from your childhood and you're applying during your adulthood. Do you know that some behaviors that you have, it was like a coping mechanism all the way from your childhood? What do I mean by coping mechanism? The reason you lie a lot is because you used to lie ever since you were a young person. The reason maybe you're not real to yourself, or you have low self-esteem issues, it's because when you are growing up, there's no person who told you you've done well, you're okay, you're beautiful, or anything. But right now, you find there's a need to be loved. There's a need to be given attention. There's a need to be, to have someone around you. And that's why you find yourself, you're too desperate to be with someone, or you're in a toxic relationship. So I think I'm going to tell you something. If you want to know yourself, just look back at where you've come from. Look at your childhood experience. Let me talk about from the age of 3 years, when you start knowing yourself, realizing, this is me. You can remember some parts of your life. When you can now write it somewhere, or try to journal it, or you can think about it. Who are you as a person? Where did you get born? And some of the things I want you to look at is, first of all, how was your relationship with your caregiver or your parents? Are you this kind of a person who used to be left to cry, who used never to be given attention? Or how do you feel your relationship with your caregiver is like? Is it healthy one? That healthy relationship that you're being showered with love, you're taken good care of? That's one thing that you should look at. And then another thing, look at, how did you used to express yourself? Did people hear you in your family? Were you given that attention or opportunity to talk? You know, some people are born in a family of 7, 10, whereby you have to even shout so that to be heard. And when it comes to adulthood or during adolescence, that's where you find somebody is really shouting so that they can be heard. You understand? And concerning your relationship with your caregiver, if you're this person who never got attention, who never got love, you really find yourself like you're this person who wants to be in a relationship because you're seeking for love. You really don't love yourself, but there's that anger to be loved, to stay with to stay with someone. Another thing is, look at your life. How many decisions have you made on your own? Were you given that space to make your own decision? Were you given that allowance to do your things, to feel free? You know, in such case, if this person decision are made for you, you'll find yourself until to date they are making decisions for you. You'll find you're not even assertive. You can't say no. Somebody wants you guys to have children and even you're not ready, but personally, or you as a person, you can't say no, I'm not ready. You're just shying off. Okay, another thing, look at if something has ever happened to you, like physical abuse, emotional abuse. You know, sometimes when I'm talking about physical abuse, emotional abuse, or discipline, we tend to normalize everything. We feel when our parents beat us that that's fine that they did that, but don't normalize everything. Don't look like your brother is not suffering from something like anxiety or depression or in toxic relationship. Then you feel, I see, we were both brought together with my brother. Why am I like this and he's not like this? No. Don't generalize your issues. Look at yourself as I, Diana, I, Dennis, I, Charity. You know, I'm mentioning my family members. Look at I as a person. How was I raised? How was my milestone? How was my high school? What are the bad things that I experienced? The reason I'm telling you to reflect on your past is because the past that is not dealt with, it will always hunt you down. So you have to deal with some of the issues you experienced in your past history or from childhood, so that you can be able to set healthy boundaries right now, so that you can understand the kind of person you are, so that you can understand what to work on and what not to work on, so that you can also know what kind of a person are you, and also so that you can really understand what's your purpose. But if you just ignore the past, maybe you guys don't know your childhood experience really plays a big role in your adolescence. But now that I'm telling you, you should now come to realize that, wow, I'm having these relationship problems or social relationship problem because of my childhood experience. As I said, I'm currently intern in Bagadi Hospital. I've met clients with anxiety issues. And when you look down and like try to analyze, where is this anxiety coming from? Where is this not setting healthy boundaries coming from? You look back at their childhood experience, you realize this person was never given an opportunity to make their own decision. They feel nervous because their parents never gave them assurance like, you know what, Diana, very good, you have done well, this is good for you, such things. So you find such kind of a person is anxious because of how they grew up. And I'm not telling you like to blame yourself or to blame your parents. They're the people, they're the cause of your problem right now, blah, blah, blah. No. I'm not telling you to do such a kind of thing. I'm giving you these tips so that you can strengthen yourself, so that as a person you can have a sense of direction in your life. And it's very important. Another thing I want to tell you, it's not only also how you grew up, also the position in your family. Are you the firstborn in the family? Are you the secondborn? What responsibility do you do? What affects you most? What, so that you can understand, maybe because I'm a firstborn in the family, that's why I normally have this controlling attitude in my relationship. Because I'm like this way, that's why I do this way. That's when you come to realize, that point in life, like you're like, it's because of this, that's why I'm having this. Yeah, and that's one thing I want you to sit down and reflect on. Just sit down and look at yourself. how was my upbringing, what are the healthy things and unhealthy things. And to add on whatever I'm just trying to tell you is that behavior was formed because of it's a way of adapting. You understand? Like, as human being, we survive. We tend to, we are able to cope things through surviving. You understand? For instance, if you are in a family that there was a lot of aggression, domestic, people used to insult each other, like your father and mother, most of the time you find this child is very naive. They always, put they want to close their ears. They can't express themselves. And out of it, you find that this person is suffering from PTSD. Meaning, as they growing up, they are afraid maybe to socialize with people. Another thing, when you shout at them, they will keep it into themselves. So we might have adapted unhealthy behaviors all the way from our childhood, and it's because of our environment. I want to tell you, it's normal to come from a different background. It's normal to come from, okay, no one comes from the perfect background. Even that person who has not experienced sexual abuse or has not experienced any childhood abuse, they have been pampered too much until they are just, somebody who is pampered is just weakly. You tell them when mjinga, they cry, they shut down, they want to kill themselves. Everything has an advantage and a disadvantage. But when you come out of this situation as a strong woman, as a strong man, you will understand that your life is going to be aligned. I normally tell young ladies, because now I'm interacting with them, like, try to understand where you come from, your self-worth, your self-esteem, self-awareness, so that even if a man tells you you're stupid, you won't think, yes, it's true, I'm stupid. You'll understand, I'm not stupid, I'm capable. That is when you really know yourself. That's why the aim of the Enlightenment Show is to build inner confidence, inner strength, and also to know yourself, that self-awareness. So I normally feel this is very important. Just looking back at where you come from and now try to sit down and understand. And from there, that's when you can now ask me a question like, okay, I'm having anxiety issues because of this. Where we can work on something. I can have a strategy to work with you. You can have something to do with your life to solve such a problem. And this problem, they are not permanent. It's only that we don't know about them and we don't realize. I have the final thing to say. Some point in life, every woman who has realized himself or herself, or any man who has realized or known himself, they normally say this thing, that some point somebody ever saw me like I'm worthless. They think I was not capable and they believed them. So you look back and you're like, what? No, I'm worthy. But this has, don't let this happen after a very long time of people insulting you, making you feel worthless, don't build yourself when it's too late. You've been wasted. Okay, it's never too late, but as in, there's that pride when you are just conserved. You've just umejieka vizuri. That's what I want to say. Like, you're okay with yourself. Umejieka vizuri. That's the best way I can say. But if you wait until you've been used, you're wrapped, you've been crushed, you've been broken, even mending you, it will take a lot of time. But when you now realize who you are in an early stage, in a better time, you will notice that even growing up or mending you, it will take a shorter period of time. Yeah. So that's the main point I wanted to say. And I hope you've really, you will think about it. Yeah, you really think about it and get my point. Yeah, just get what I'm trying to say. Just get it. And guys, comment below. Give me that feedback, because this is something that it was in me. I've tried to express. I've tried to to tell you what I wanted. And somebody says a man who doesn't cry and his tears is sin. They normally cry inside the body. What's the meaning of this? Even if you don't want people to know you and you're in pain and there's something inside you, you will show it one way or another way. You can't just hide yourself. It's either you commit suicide, that's a way of showing that you are in pain. You will just isolate yourself. There's a way you react. The body reacts. We're human beings, and that's the importance of doing psychology. You understand that somebody reacts in one way or another way because they are triggered. There's something that is happening in life for them to react this way, and that's why they are behaving this way. There's no behavior comes from nowhere. This is an adaptation, and it has its own root. Yeah, see you next time. Kindly subscribe to my YouTube channel. Bye bye.